Hey everyone, welcome to this weekend Sidereal Astrology forecast. This is for May 10th through the 12th of 2019. All right, so this weekend we've got some sign changes with the moon. First of all, we have the moon in Cancer on Friday. So Friday, likely a day with themes around creating a protective environment for ourselves and others. There could be themes around privacy, emotional security, and really connecting to what matters in life in that kind of protective, caring, and nurturing kind of way. So with this theme, on Saturday, the moon shifts into Leo. So Saturday and Sunday, great days for self-expression, creativity, really accessing that fun-loving side of ourselves with this placement. And the only aspect we have here this weekend is the sun is going to be trining up to Saturn, which is quite nice actually. So there could be some stable energy this weekend, maybe feeling quite grounded, responsible, really good for any responsibilities, and just seeing the long-term perspective. That could give us a bit of patience here with that over the weekend. We're also going to be in the first quarter phase of the lunar cycle, which means the new beginnings we had a week ago, last weekend, are starting to take root. And it is good to maybe challenge ourselves towards any new things that have shifted from over the past week. All right, so let's take a look at all of this here in more detail when I return. All right, so here's the sky for this weekend. We're going to look at this for Friday with the moon in Cancer, shifting into Leo on Saturday, and then the moon in Leo on Sunday. And again, we are using the actual size of the constellations, as you can see here. For example, Cancer is a very small constellation relative to, say, Leo in the sky. And this does change the signs from mainstream astrology. So if you are new, definitely check out the link down below for more information on true sidereal astrology. All right, so let's go and look at this for Friday first. We have the moon in protective Cancer, the constellation of the Crab, which is about creating that protective environment. You could say the shell of the crab, so that we can connect to the softer elements of life, like our emotions, our feelings, the past. There could be some reflective energy with this. Cancer is also very strongly associated with intuition and listening to our inner guidance. And so creating this kind of environment to help do this is great. And this can be, of course, for ourselves, like spending time at home or in our personal or private life, but also, creating a protective environment for others. So really good to access our caring side, our nurturing side, and again, that protective side. So that's likely the theme with matters of that on Friday. And on Friday, we'll probably notice less of the, if you felt it on Thursday, any type of integrating of depth and intimacy in our relationships, or maybe practicing non-attachment to those, or maybe practicing non-attachment to our values, or resources or things that we value in life. So this sort of deeper energy, if you felt it, that's starting to lift off on Friday. And it is just a really good day on Friday to integrate some of that depth, non-attachment, really connecting to the things and people that we value in a way that's non-attached and in a way that's a bit open or vulnerable for those deeper relationships that we do want to get deeper with, or just to connect to life in a way that we're grateful for what we have in terms of our values. Really good day on Friday to integrate that. Be a lot easier to work with from that energy on Thursday. All right, so with this on Friday, we'll probably start to feel the sun trining up to Saturn. It's the only major aspect that we have here this week, but it's quite nice. It's a quite nice one. So with this, Saturn, the planet of responsibility, is in good harmony to our vital life force, our energy, which is the sun. So over the weekend, we could be feeling quite stable, a bit responsible, grounded, disciplined, and Saturn oftentimes does represent patience. So just really good patience over the weekend. This kind of focus on the long-term perspective that we can have that makes any of these things we do choose to focus on over the weekend that much more balanced, that much more constructive. So really good for that. And on Saturday, the moon will then be shifting into Leo, mostly the later part of the day. And so that's going to bring in some more fire energy. So Leo is about self-expression. It's about creativity. Saturday could be a great day for accessing a bit of this fun-loving side of ourselves, passionate, creative, entertainment, right? This kind of creative life force, expressive energy, really good to start to develop, and probably noticing themes with that on Saturday. Then as we shift into Sunday, the moon will then be very well set in Leo, furthering that side of ourself, the creative, fiery side. And this is going to place a lot of emphasis on fire those 2 days, Saturday, Sunday, because the sun is still technically finishing Aries. It's going to go into Taurus actually early next week. In fact, we may start to feel a bit of that shift going into Monday. But this places a lot of emphasis on fire. Sun in Aries has been a time of really focusing on how we can initiate, how we can assert ourselves, express ourselves, and even with Mercury here, probably since the past few days, thinking a bit more directly or assertively, maybe even communicating a bit more directly and assertively with this, with these placements of Aries here. And so what that signifies here is that we are in the first quarter phase of the lunar cycle this weekend, which is where the sun and moon square each other, which means that exactly a week ago, last weekend, we had the new moon. And that would have been a time of subtle new shifts, new beginnings. And now this weekend, really good to say, okay, what have we developed from over the past week? What new things have come into our life? What are some new perspectives we've maybe gained? And now what can we do this weekend to really challenge ourselves to integrate them, to maybe take some action towards them, to maybe build them, right? To set those intentions to really concretize and construct those energies. And that becomes very constructive, becomes a very good weekend for integrating essentially that more long-term constructive energy, especially with the sun trine up to Saturn. All right, everyone. So that is the weekend here in a nutshell. Again, moon in Cancer on Friday. Really good day for creating that protective environment, connecting to what matters in life on that emotional, intrinsic level. As we shift into Saturday, feeling more of this grounded energy of Saturn, patience, discipline, things like that. Really easy to cultivate. The sun shifts into Leo, self-expression, creativity, really the emphasis, Saturday, Sunday, and this first quarter phase. Great time to challenge ourselves towards any new things that have shaped up from over the past week. All right, so everyone, have a fantastic weekend. Thank you for watching. Thank you again for all of your support with this channel. And I'll see you all next time for the next daily forecast. Take care.